welcome back to Virginia Tech Sports. I'm sitting here with defensive coordinator for the football team, Bud Foster. Thank you for joining us today in studio. We appreciate you coming in.
I appreciate you inviting me.
Okay, let's start off with the Broyles Award. You were a four-time finalist. You finally get over that hump and win that award. You were in with some great competition from assistant coaches from Ohio State, Oklahoma, to name a few. What did it feel like to finally win that award, and especially against such great competition?
Well, number one is to be recognized the first time was really a tremendous honor, and then to be recognized three other times, really to me was very humbling, but to win the thing, very very exciting moment for me, for my wife, for my family, and for our football program. And with that award, I know this, I've been here a long time, and a lot of people, players and coaches have put a lot of hard work into this recognition, and I was very proud to represent Virginia Tech and our athletes and our coaching staff, at the Broyles Award.
Okay, you received $2,500, but more impressively, a 60-pound bronze statue worth $5,000. I have to ask, what's the statue of, and where did you put it?
Well, I haven't received it yet. They haven't sent it to me yet, but no, it's a statue of Coach Broyles kneeling down, and then his longtime assistant Wilson Matthews, who was assistant with Coach Broyles for 30 years. Was kneeling over top of him, and it's developed every year or remade every year, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I don't know where we're going to put it. We may have it at Tech for a little while, but eventually it's going to go into my office or into my home, and but very very excited about it. But I'm anxious to see where we're going to put it, because it's a nice piece of artwork, and it weighs about 60 pounds, so it's going to take up a pretty good little space.
Okay, and on a more serious note, this award is a great addition to your coaching resume. You've been with Coach Beamer for close to 30 years now, either as a player or as an assistant coach. How long do you plan on staying in Blacksburg and staying with Coach Beamer?
Well, I've been very fortunate in this business. You move around quite a bit, but this, we've been able to stay here a long time. And I think that, it's a compliment to our staff and what we've accomplished here at Virginia Tech. And we've worked very hard, to put Virginia Tech where we feel like it is right now, to be the type of program we want it to be. And obviously we played for a national championship, and our goal is to go win one. And, but I also, too, have aspirations to be a head coach myself. And obviously this award, adds some validity to my, my reputation as a coach. And, I'm hoping this will carry me on to bigger and better things someday.
Okay, well, let's talk about one of your favorite things. That's defense. Your squad had back-to-back seasons as the #1 defense. What do you have planned for next season to make that 3 in a row?
Well, that's a tremendous challenge. To win it 2 times in a row, or to be the #1 defense, 2 years in a row. I think that's the first time it's been done since, the middle 1980s. I think great Oklahoma defenses in the past. But, we've got a good group coming back. And, the one thing that we really have to do is take it one game at a time. Obviously, it starts with spring practice. And, we need to create some depth. We have a couple holes we need to fill. But by the same token, we have 8 starters returning. And they're playmakers. And that's the one thing I'm really excited about. We've got the core back. We've got the majority of the backups back. But we've got some playmakers there. But, the one thing we can't do is, think we're pretty good. By the time you start feeling good about yourself, that's about when you get your tail knocked off. So, we really need to focus on getting better and continuing to improve and grow as a defense.
Well, you touched on you're losing some great seniors, Aaron Rouse, Nolan Burchett, Kerry Wade, some of those and more. But you have arguably the best linebacker duo in the country in Vince Hall and Xavier Adibi. How good does it make you feel to have those two on your sideline?
Well, without a doubt. I mean, personally, I coach those guys, so that's very exciting for me. But those two are outstanding football players. They complement each other very, very well. I'm counting on those guys to be the leader of the football team and our defense, obviously. But I think, them being seniors, I'm expecting them to be the leaders of our football team. And I think we've got a good senior-oriented group next year. And, and we're only going to go as far as those guys allow us to go. And what I mean by that, they need to be great leaders in a lot of ways, by their off-the-field actions, by their on-the-field actions, and, and making this team come together and keep focusing, in our task at hand. And when we've had those kind of leaderships and that leadership role in the past, we've gone on and won championships and those type of things, and we fully have that kind of talent now. We just need it all come together, and that's going to be our goal and focus for this spring and then throughout the next fall.
And Chris Ellis, another returning starter, he underwent shoulder surgery in early January. Can you talk a little bit about his progress? I know he's going to be out for the spring, but will you be ready for the fall?
Yeah, Chris, is one of our dynamic players, and really excited that he returned for his senior year, and he needed to. But I hated that he had to have surgery. But he's a guy that played all season long, with a bummed up shoulder, and just really, I'm proud of, and really proud of his performance because, you know, not all the people can go out there and play as hard as he did and that type of thing. But, you know, we're going to set him out, but, you know, his rehab's going very, very well right now. And, you know, he's going to be a guy that we're going to count on to be a great leader for us as well. And, you know, he can make it up in a lot of ways, you know, off the field right now by his work ethic and that type of thing and his leadership in the weight room. And, you know, we're going to count on that. But I'm fully expecting him to recover fully. You know, we've got a great training staff, and, you know, they do a great job with our players. And, you know, I expect him to be back to full speed when we kick off 2-a-days in August. Okay,
we're 1 week removed from National Signing Day. You picked up some great recruits. Do you expect them to make an impact right away coming in next season?
Well, that's a good question. You know, it's hard. You know, there's some positions that I think we can, you know, in our back end in the secondary. You know, I think Chris Hill will have a chance to come in and be that kind of player like Victor Harris, that type of person. He's that kind of athlete. You know, we were able to sign a couple defensive linemen, a couple linebackers, but those positions are hard to step in right away and perform. But we do have some, you know, guys that we've redshirted that I'm really excited about. And John Graves is one. Jason Adjupon is another guy of our redshirt guys that I think can make immediate impacts inside. And we need some linebackers to step up, and that might be a position we're going to look at some young guys to step up. And you know, we have Hunter Ovens and Quilly Odom and Barquell Rivers. Those are three guys that I'm really excited about at my position that you know, are going to give us some depth and give us some playmakers hopefully in the future as well.
Okay, Coach Foster, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate it, and good luck next season.